Are you living your life on autopilot, where every day is a race to the finish line and you wonder why you're not feeling happier and more fulfilled? What if you've been living your life on autopilot and putting up with stress and burnout, and no matter how successful you become and how much you achieve, if you're honest, you're not feeling fulfilled? Society and the media are telling you that happiness comes from being the best and working hard and doing more and your achievements. You compete with your neighbors and friends and you feel like you're just keeping up with the Joneses.
My relationship to Boris was rocky at times, where I was running after my goals and my business and my events and my clients, and I let that take over my entire life. My thoughts, everything was focused on that. And to me, I felt like he took the back seat many times. It's almost a competition sometimes between, who is more successful, who spends more time with whom, and just making it all work. Making it all work is really, really difficult on many relationships.
You rush through your days, and there's never enough time for the things that truly matter, like your family or your health. You have no relationship with your kids, or you fight a lot, and then you never get to spend that quality time with them.
I do feel guilty for not spending enough time with the boys, and I felt very guilty over the years with making the success priority, and I always justified it by saying I do it for them.
And what about your love life? Does it lack passion? Maybe you're even going through a cycle of relationships that just don't last, and you wonder what's wrong with you. Your health suffers, you're out of shape, and your lifestyle maybe has caught up with you and you're sick. The worst part is that you can't tell anybody. You're ashamed of how you feel because you should be happy and grateful for what you have, right? Nobody likes a complainer. From a young age, we are being taught that the world isn't easy and life is supposed to be hard. And if you work hard and achieve a lot, we'll live a happy life.
I kind of grew up as a kid, always had a job my whole life, went to school, have never had anything given to me, so everything I've achieved in my life was with my own work, hard work.
The truth is that at some point most people settle and they accept that this is just how life is. They find happiness in alcohol and addictions and cheating on their partners or working themselves to death until it's too late and they finally hit a wall.
People carry things with them as they grow, and at some point they just pop.
And that was me. Thank God I changed the course of my life before I lost my marriage, my health, and my business. I stopped living on autopilot and decided to live a beyond fulfilling life in all areas of life. And now I want to show you how to do the same. My name is Carolin Soldo. I've built several multi-million-dollar companies, and my drive for success almost ruined my life. I want to teach you how to completely change the direction of your life in just 4 simple steps and start to live a beyond fulfilling life no matter what situation you're in, no matter how much money you have or you don't have, and no matter where life has taken you.
People work for values that are not really aligned with what they truly want, but they don't know it yet.
This is a completely new way to assess your life and find what you really want, why you want it, and how to get it. When I went on my own journey of self-development, I attended countless conferences and shows. I worked with the best in the field. I read the books. I hired coaches and consultants. But I knew I had to find my own way, and that's how I created the Beyond Fulfilled journey. More and more people feel burnt out after living their life without true fulfillment for years and years with no way to fix it. They're lacking true, authentic relationships, friendships, and passion, and they don't like themselves. They criticize themselves all the time. They overwork to compensate for this lack of self-worth. And we big-hearted high achievers work long hours, we stress, we fight, we divorce, or we live in unhappy marriages. And we assign our value to how much we achieve in life. We push our emotions down. We don't work through our past. And we never really feel fulfilled because we can't overcome the painful experiences of the past. Often the naysayers still rule our lives. We don't forgive, and so we're driven by the past, and false drivers are ruling our lives. It's a vicious cycle. This problem exists all around the world in many cultures. It's a problem for men and women, and it doesn't matter how old someone is. It can impact anyone at any age. And it's not getting better, it's actually getting worse. It's our new way of life. The media, the brands, the commerce, they're all telling us that this is how life has to be. But a recent study showed that only 14% of Americans are really happy. This is an all-time low.
I believe that many people suffer from trying to prove themselves, and their biggest challenges are really overcoming a difficult childhood that they may not even associate with how they're acting today. And so this drive that we have to be successful, to make a difference, to be significant, to achieve a lot is really a seeking, a longing for meaning, a longing for being loved, being lovable, being good, and also loving ourselves. So I find that a lot of people who have that high drive for success really are looking for love.
So who can we blame for this? Well, the world tells us that in order to be happy, we need fast cars, money, wealth, success, and achievements, right? But let me ask you a question. What if you are doing all of this to prove your worth and to prove yourself to someone?
As a man, you have to stay strong, you have to keep going, you have to you kind of have to be a leader or try to be a leader. But it really comes down to your own body, how you can handle it with your own mind.
What if you're influenced by false drivers that will never bring you the happiness you want no matter how hard you work? What if behind your drive for success is a desire to be loved, to feel good enough right now so you can stop proving yourself? What if all you want is to make up for the neglect you felt as a child, the love of your mom or dad you never received, or the painful past you're trying to overcome?
A mom that was very abusive, physically, emotionally abusive to me and my brother. My dad wasn't around. He left when I was a baby. And so my childhood was one of being alone a lot, wanting to be a good girl, wanting to do good in school, because that's when I felt love. That's when I was appreciated by my mom. But I felt never good enough. That hard drive for success that I had that made me successful, I'm grateful for it because it gave me that motivation. It gave me that resiliency, that drive. So I'm grateful for all of it. But it always came from me trying to prove myself to my mom.
As part of my research, I wanted to get to the bottom of why so many people were lacking fulfillment. And I wanted to find something or someone to blame, to attack, to show people how to make things better. And that's how I found the success myth. The success myth runs our life when we think we'll find fulfillment in success, money, achievement, things, cars, working hard, and all of that. But instead, we continue to feel empty inside.
A really interesting thing that happens when we go through forgiveness and we discover that we were driven by what I call false drivers is that we sort of end up in a space of emptiness because what we thought was important and what we made priority all of a sudden doesn't exist anymore and is gone.
And then the question becomes, who taught us these ideas? Where does this behavior actually come from? And I found two key areas to blame: society and our painful past. A lot of it has to do with the life that we live and what we as a society value and praise. We praise the hard work, the big successes, the glamour, and more. And from a young age, we teach our kids to get good grades and we show them love when they win their sports tournaments, right?
I work hard at school, and I think people work hard at their jobs to make money for their family and to make them happy. Maybe they don't really have to work so hard, but they make themselves work hard to get more money, or they're more stressed.
If you work harder, you'll definitely achieve more.
What we don't do as a society is help people feel good enough exactly the way they are right now. Self-love is not what we teach. I wanted to really find out how prevalent this issue was and decided to send a survey to my email list. It's a community of over 100,000 people who are business owners at various stages of business. And I didn't want to influence the results in any way, so I sent the survey to everyone, and the results were shocking. In the survey, I asked my community about 8 key areas of their life and how happy and fulfilled they really were. And the results were conclusive, and the data doesn't lie. Over 70% of the responses showed that people were most happy in their careers and business, and all the other areas scored low. And sadly, they also scored their overall happiness low. Only 25% said they're really fulfilled. And when I asked them about their past and their relationships with their parents, almost all said they had experienced a painful past, and many were still struggling with it today. It was running their life. It was clear proof of the success myth at work.
So filling the emptiness is all about rediscovering what's really important to you, what you want to make priority, what you feel like your main drivers should be. Those could be love, relationships, it could be freedom, it could be variety, it could be experience in the world. It could still be significance and money, but really figuring out what are you all about.
What I want you to know is that this is not your fault. You were tricked by the media, by your parents maybe, and what society makes you believe. And the big lie we all believe is that money, significance, and achievement and success will bring us fulfillment. The truth is that if we don't know what our real drivers are, what we really want to feel and experience in life, we will always feel unfulfilled.
It's rewarding. That's why you do it, right? You wanna, some people do it for the greed. Some people do it to prove other people wrong. Some people do it for themselves. And I may have been through all those phases myself. And, some things I wish gone better, but definitely learned a lot. And unfortunately, time is ticking, right? You can't go back, so you try to make the best out of what you have now.
I discovered the success myth when I was at the top of my career, literally. My business had grown by leaps and bounds, and I found myself really asking this question, what is next? What is next? More and more over time. And slightly falling out of love with the work that I was doing because I didn't really see where else it would go. And I wasn't as happy as I wanted to be. I wasn't as fulfilled and balanced as I wanted to be, and I saw this more and more in my client base as well.
When I decided to create the Beyond Fulfilled community, I visualized more than just a book. I wanted to create a real bulletproof system to help people overcome the success myth and really change their life, and I wanted to personally support them. On top of that, I envisioned a real community of people helping each other. Because we don't want to go on this journey alone. I had to create something so powerful to rewire people's brains in years of habits and programming.
So I turned my own journey into lessons and into a process that people could follow over 6 months, a year maybe, depending on their situation. And I decided to go above and beyond and actually turn it into a program.
And I knew that I had to incorporate 4 success pillars: instruction, community, hands-on coaching, and accountability and implementation. So this is what I created and what you need to live beyond fulfilled.
If you're considering joining the community, I would say now is your time. If you have this feeling in your gut where you know that you could do more, you could feel better, you want a better life for your family, you want to feel more fulfilled, and you're going through the motions, you feel like your life's on autopilot, you're achieving your goals, you're rushing and you're racing, and you're just not sure how to feel good, how to feel beyond fulfilled, I would invite you to join our community, give it a try. It's a very simple process that can literally change the direction of your entire life, no matter where your life is, no matter how much money you're making or you're not making, no matter what situation you're in, this can really make a difference for you. So if this is calling you and if you're watching still to this point, I would say give it a try and join us now.
Once you join the challenge in the community, you have instant access to everything you need. And the best part is that this group is live and all the calls are live, presented by me personally. So you're really never alone. No matter what, we have a full 30-day money-back guarantee where you can join the Beyond Fulfilled community, and if it's not working for you, you can get your money back, no questions asked. And if you act now, you also receive the Beyond Fulfilled journal to track your journey, receive future credits towards events, coaching, and more. Most people allow their fears to run their lives, but not you. I'm here to help you make those decisions, to live life on your terms, beyond fulfilled. I'll see you on the other side. Make fulfillment your priority and act now.